Everyone is talking about AI replacing developers, but I'm telling you, there's something much bigger that just happened, right? Google just launched a tool that might completely change the relationship between designers and developers. And if this works the way Google intends, tools like Figma might not dominate the design world for much longer. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is David Yao and I'm a software engineer. That's my 9 to 5. I'm passionate about mindset. So if you're new, like, subscribe, share because it allows me to continue making these kind of videos. It allows me to grow this channel. So we're talking here about tech and mindsets, right? As I said, Google is officially entering the UI UX design tool space. And it's a territory that has been dominated by Figma for like a decade at least. And this is potentially a new way to go from idea to design to code. Let's set the context first. For people who are not familiar with the design ecosystem, here's the context. You build a software today, and this is what we've done with building software, whether it's web apps, mobile apps, dashboards, etc. Right? It goes something like this: you have designers, they create UI in Figma, then developers they translate that design into code, and then you have the shipping of the product. For years, Figma has been the industry standard. The company I'm working for right now is even using Figma. And today, most product teams rely on it. It looks like the story is about to revolve around Google. Last year, Google acquired an AI design startup that was going viral in the design community. Since then, a team inside Google Labs has been working on adding stuff to the product to make it a full product. And now they have relaunched it under a new name, Google Stitch. And the goal is simple: take over the design space. They want a tool where you can design interfaces, where you can collaborate, where you can prototype, where you can generate assets, like an all-in-one AI powered environment. At first, AI design tools were very basic. You could generate a mockup, then produce a layout, but it wasn't good enough for real product teams until Google decided to really push this much further. I remember 2 years ago, I was using several AI tools to, enter a prompt and get some kind of mockups and stuff like that. They were cool, but they were expensive and the result was not always what I was expecting. So instead of typing prompt with Google, you can literally talk to the design tool and you can add as many AI edits as you want in real time. It's faster, it's more powerful. Google Stitch, one thing you need to know is that Google Stitch doesn't just help with design, it connects the entire product creation workflow. For example, the tool can automatically pull resources from the internet. It can grab icons from libraries like feather icons, etc. It can insert images from libraries like Unsplash, and it can even apply public design systems to your interface. I'm going to show you an example of what I've been trying with that tool. It's just amazing. It's just crazy. So there's an app I'm building for myself to allow me to, grow my relationships, my network with my connections, etc. Right? And this is what I've done. I went to ChatGPT. So you can go to any model, right? I just wanted a first draft of the idea that I had, and I wanted the model to put that in a document that I could use and put in Google Stitch, right? Which I did. Okay, that was super quick. Then I went to Google Stitch. So the website is stitch.withgoogle.com. This is the interface that you will have, right? On the left hand side, you have a kind of a hamburger menu where you can see your project. You can go to all project. You can share the current project that you're working on. You can download the project. You can duplicate the project. You can change the appearance. You can do a bunch of things, right? You have also the history here of your chat of all the different actions the model took on your design. And as you can see, when I zoom in, this is the product requirement. So I pasted the product requirement, and Stitch basically summarized the PRD, and it started with the design system. It went with primary colors, secondary, tertiary, neutral. And from what I said, and again, I'm going to tell you the key lessons I've learned at the end of the video if you stay. But with my detailed instructions, it gave a design that, I mean, man, for the first try, I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing right now. Obviously, you have some blocks or elements, the design that I didn't want, but I have a good starting point. That's the most important. And you can add a prompt, you can tell the model what you want to change or create. And that's what I've done. I have updated the design system. One thing that I really love is that you can click on each screen, and that screen for the design system, when you click on it, you double click, you will see there is a design.md that you can literally use. What I'm seeing right now is that I can use that as a skill for my Cloud Code or as a context for my codex so that they can follow the same design, add new components, which is beautiful. And you have the theme here, and I changed the theme to reflect what I wanted for the app. And I said, okay, now update the screens with the new design system, which it did. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's amazing. So you can click on each screen. Let me get out of this one. You can click on each screen and you can ask specific stuff about that screen. You can ask them to change something. You can do many things with that. And you can finally export to multiple things. You can export to like Figma format. You can export that to zip, etc. You can even share or even connect and preview your application, your mockups. Isn't that amazing, guys? Now, let's be honest. Designers are probably watching this and they think, okay, cool. But developers might be thinking something else. Because if this type of tool keeps improving, we might start seeing product teams where the designer describes the interface, the AI generates the UI, and the developer focuses mostly on like architecture, the performance, the backend systems, etc. So that line between design and development might get very, 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 very thin. And the key lessons I've learned from that is it going to replace designers? I genuinely don't believe so. You don't have good basics of UX, UI, of design system. Those tools for me are here to supercharge your productivity. They're not here to replace you. So it's up to you to do whatever it takes to master those tools. The same goes for developers. Okay, we have Cloud Code, we have Codex, all those tools. You have to use them to think better, to design better, to improve better, to be better at product knowledge. One thing I noticed is you need to be super specific with your prompt. Like any other tool, Stitch is not going to work if your prompt is not specific. So use these 3 rules that I've even learned from Cloud Code, from Anthropic courses. You have 3 phases when it comes to build a good prompt. First is the stage. You have to set the stage by providing as much context as you can. That's why I went ahead and I gave a detailed idea. I gave a detailed information about what I wanted to build. Second, you need to define the task. Okay, now build those screens. I need the mockups. Third, you have now to specify the rules. It can be the design system. It can be, use a specific color or don't do this or don't do that. Have rules for your models. That's how it's going to perform very well. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm super, super excited. And I really believe that things are going to be so great with these kind of tools. Man, like you got to take advantage of that. So let me know in the comment section if you've tried Google Stitch and what do you think about it. And I see you in the next video. Never forget, always learn. Ciao.